fired up, guys. I'm excited that you are here on this training here today because I believe this is something that can change and transform your life like it did for me years ago. So I want you to get ready for this ride. Again, my name is Chad Dinky with the Motorcycle Broker King, Motorcycle Broker or BuyerKing.com, and the Motorcycle Broker Academy. And what I want you to do is I just want you to take the time right now and set this time aside and get ready for the ride. I want you to silence your phones, close the door, and give yourself the time to discover something that can truly change and transform your life. And then I just wanted to state a little factor. Maybe this is the reason why you're here today. You're like this guy, and maybe you're disgruntled like him. You know that roughly 80% of people are dissatisfied with their jobs according to Deloitte's Shift Index. I have no idea if I said that right, but that is a pretty crazy statistic. And maybe that's the reason why you're here today. And here is my big promise to you today. I am going to show you how to earn an additional $2,000 to $5,000 per month without overwhelm, stress, or frustration flipping motorcycles. And there's nothing for sale on this webinar, but I do have a special gift for you at the end, so you'll want to hang out until then, okay? And I'd like to ask you, how would you like to discover how to make an additional $2,000 to $5,000 brokering motorcycles? I'm also curious if you've ever bought or sold or flipped any motorcycles before. And if you have, how did it go? Did you make money? Did you lose money? Are you still sitting on the thing? I mean, I know a lot of people are still sitting on stuff. So how did it go? And if you didn't do it, why not? What's standing in your way? I mean, there's probably some really big questions out there, the same ones that I had in the beginning, like you don't know what stuff's worth, you don't know where to put it or sell it, you got the fear of buying for the wrong price. I mean, there's a lot of big things out there. And so if you have those questions, you're definitely in the right place, especially if you're confused on what it really takes to get started buying and selling motorcycles, and you would love to have clarity on an exact path of how to do that. You're also in the right place if you're frustrated with your financial outlook in life and you're looking for a real way to make money doing something that you love, okay? You're also in the right place if you're ready to quickly scale and follow a step-by-step system and plan that will ensure that you have the income to spend on what you love the most. And we all know what that is, guys. That's being in the power sports industry, riding motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, you name it, we love it. And that's why we are here. Okay, and you're definitely in the right place if it's a time in your life where it's a time to step up and step out and start living the life that you were meant to live, and you have that mindset that now is the time I need something and I need change. So if that is you, you're definitely in the right spot. It's not for you if you think this is some kind of quick get rich quick scheme and you're going to make millions of dollars with no money down. This is definitely not it. You will never become rich in the motorcycle business unless you own several dealerships, okay? It's definitely not for you if you don't have any way to buy motorcycles, okay, guys? Nobody's going to build your dream for you, so you got to have access to some type of capital, whether it's credit line, borrow money from a friend, a title to a car, something. But you have to have something in order to to buy and sell stuff. And it's definitely not for you if you easily give up on things and you don't want to do what it takes to start living your dream and go out and buy things. If that's not you, then this is definitely not for you because it's just not going to fall in your lap. And I'm going to show you here today the exact system that I've used for over 13 years to bring in thousands of dollars every month. I'll even show you how I made over $17,000 in 1 month. You'll be able to do this all without a dealer license if you choose so, knowing anyone in the business, knowing what bikes are valued at, and not knowing how to find motorcycles. You're also going to discover how being a broker can become the missing link between you and your dream life. Give you the freedom to make thousands of dollars instantly doing something that you love, and open your eyes to a new way of living and being. Okay? You're also going to discover how I've used this system to consistently get leads that pay thousands of dollars, sells motorcycles the same day you buy them, and build a network of buyers that you know will buy from you every time that you have a motorcycle to sell, so you're no longer guessing that when you buy something, the money is in the bank. It's already been made. You're also going to discover how I've used this to buy motorcycles in the right time of season, when to buy and when not to buy, where to get steady stream of motorcycles all the time, and even how to raise cash so you can buy more bikes, okay? If you're looking to finally start living your dream, okay, and stepping up and stepping out, doing something you love, being able to make thousands of dollars in your spare time, or get rid of having a boss and become your own boss, if you're looking to take control of your own work life, or if you're just, want to have fun making money doing something that you love, you're definitely in the right place. And I'm also going to show you how to discover the two biggest obstacles that are, holding you back from leveraging this system to live the life that you have always dreamed of. Okay? So what I'd like to do is just imagine what your life, what you want your life to look like. Okay? I believe you're here for a reason today, and that reason is because you're looking for something, because you're tired of being chained to what you currently have. Imagine if you were able to put a real plan together and take that vacation that you always make the excuse that you can't take, or start to plan for retirement, or send your kid to college, or just go out, to eat, or save your house from foreclosure, whatever it might be. But imagine the ability to go out and do something that you can bank on, that is going to be here till the day that you see the good Lord. Okay? That it's not going to change. Motorcycles will always be around. What would that do for you in your life to finally start doing something that you love and that you're passionate about? Okay? So who am I and what am I doing? Well, my name is again Chad Denke. I grew up in Colorado. I graduated as a high school. I graduated high school. I did a little bit of college. It wasn't for me, and I dropped out. I started out as a lot tech in a car dealership, as a grunt, pushing brooms and putting gas in cars, washing cars, and started at the rung of the bottom. I became a salesman at a motorcycle dealership. I worked my way up to a sales manager, and then a finance manager, and then eventually a GM of my own store. But, over time, I started, working 60-hour work weeks, and I got totally burned out building out somebody else's dream. I went to a meeting one day, and I had these owners that would always be like, "We're going to have a big sale this weekend. Everybody needs to be there." And I had a sales manager that had requested time off like a month and a half ahead. And I said, "Hey, he's got this time off." And they told me, "You know what? That's not my problem. He needs to be there." And that was the day I was done. I was done building somebody else's dream. I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I knew there had to be another way. So I set off on my own. And like most Americans, I was young. I blew all my money. I didn't have any money. And so I borrowed $1,200 from my dad, and I started to build the system that you're about to, see here today. And I went on to start MotorcycleBrokerKing.com, Motorcycle Buyer King, and the Motorcycle Broker Academy. And this is how this system really changed my life. That's me on the left. That's my wife. That's a Razor I bought with this system. I sold the thing 2 years later for what I bought for. And, it's totally changed my life. I went from over $30,000 in debt to being debt free. I started out with a $1,200 loan, and I've earned over $100,000 in a year. I've spent the time, with my family when I want, have the freedom to ride anything that I want without ever making a payment again. And the best part of it is I got my life back, and I'm no longer a slave in the slave camps. And that is priceless. But here's the thing, guys, over that time when I first got started, I just jumped in, okay? And it wasn't all that easy. I made some huge mistakes because I didn't have a plan and I didn't know where I was going, okay? So, I got a credit line and I went to this auction, and I almost went out of business as fast as I got in it. Because when you're working for somebody and playing with somebody else's money, the game is totally different. But when you're off on your own, it is your money and every penny counts. And I made some huge mistakes. I didn't have a plan for what I was going to sell stuff, where I was going to put it, didn't know what it was worth, and it totally blew up in my face and I went totally overboard. And like I said, I didn't know where I was going to sell this stuff. And I almost went completely out of business. And I spent the next 5 years digging out of that hole. But as you saw just a little bit ago, I didn't give up. I took what I learned, I tweaked it, I tested it, and I tweaked it some more. And eventually I started to come up with this system, obviously, because you saw some of the results that I had. Okay. And here's what I learned is that to become a successful motorcycle broker, you must have a proven step-by-step buying system. It doesn't matter, what you've done. If you don't have a step-by-step system, you're going to go out of business. That's why it's the number one reason why people buy franchises these days, because the system is built. It doesn't matter how much experience you have with motorcycles. If you don't have a steady plan or a roadmap, it's going to cost you big time, and you probably will never survive. So what I just discovered about having a step-by system was that I could make $500 to $3,000 on any given motorcycle without any smoke or mirrors. Okay, that it was evergreen. I could duplicate it. That once I had it down, that was it. I mean, I knew it, and I could bank on that stuff all the time. It wasn't like it changed ever. And it's evergreen. So once you know the system, it's over with. Nobody can take that away from you. And that was huge because it's replicatable. And then I could get instant results on the first day. And if you guys are Facebook friends of my private Facebook group, the Motorcycle Broker Masterminds, you see that I post stuff all the time that I buy, and I make money the same day I buy it. Okay, so that's what's great about this system. And it's easy to start out with, and it's low tech. You don't need some 4-year degree so you can get a $10 an hour job, that you're overqualified for because some goons in the hierarchy say that you need this piece of paper in order to get a job when you really shouldn't, because you're taking all kinds of classes that, don't even affect the real job that you're doing. Okay, so it's easy to start out with. You just got to know what to buy and where to put it. Okay, and it's fun and it's a great way to make a living. The people in this industry are awesome. They're easy to deal with. It's very clean, and everybody's always happy to see you. And that's what's fun about it. I mean, it's just a great business to be in. And my entire life changed as a result of becoming a motorcycle broker and doing something I love and I'm passionate about. Trust me, if I can do this, a guy without much education, then you can do this as well. So I'm going to share all that stuff with you here today because I know you can do this, that you can start buying and selling motorcycles right now and start living your dream. And no, you don't need to be some motorcycle expert to be successful at this. Okay? So the winning blueprint for making $2,000 to $5,000 a month is showing you what to buy, where to buy it, what it's worth, and where to sell it. That is exactly the keys to this business. Okay? The problem without a system, though, is one, you're buying motorcycles that may not sell. You're like me years ago, driving in the dark, hoping, I might make this or I might make that. And you're throwing darts at a board and you're just hoping that you hit somewhere that's got some, some points so you can make some money. You don't know where to look for when you're looking, what to look for when you're buying a bike. You may not know some of the signs to look for to be if it's been wrecked or if it hasn't been wrecked or if it's salvaged or what it might be. So you got this fear of buying because you don't want to get caught with a lemon. You could go out of business as fast as you came in it, just like me. A couple bad buys and boom, you're out. I mean, you lose your money and you're so scared to go back in again, you just quit. Okay? And that's the problem without having a system. And you pay too much for a bike that has a soft value. You're looking at a book and you say, well, the book says it's worth this. And I always tell people this. Then tell the book to buy it from you. Okay? That's the problem without the system is you gotta know what to look for. And it takes years to learn what really works when you're trying to climb that mountain all alone. Some of the pitfalls you're going to be facing is yet you don't have a proven system. So you could be like this. You're falling off one ledge, it's nothing but a straight ledge, or you're on the other side and you're making money. And it's feast and famine all the time and you're struggling. And you're facing the unknown without a roadmap. So again, you're always living in fear. You don't know where to go. And you think, well, it's too high risk to try something new. So you don't do anything at all. So you don't chase after your dream, and you don't make a move because you're in paralysis. You don't know what to do. And you tell yourself, you don't know where to start. So again, you don't make any movement on anything. Or I don't know anybody. I don't know the connections. And so that is the problem without having a system, is you face all these big, questions and pitfalls. So I just want to share with you some of the results that I have using a step-by-step proven system. And again, you might have seen some of this stuff on the Facebook page if you're a fan, because I do post this stuff from time to time. But I wanted to show some stuff further back before I started doing that. This is back in 2013. This was a Harley that I bought it for $7,500. As you can see here, I flipped it for $8,500. Now that's a quick flip, guys. This isn't retail. This is just selling in my network. Quick flip, boom, $1,000. Okay, here's another one. 2014, I bought an R6 Yamaha, bought it for $4,800, flipped it for $63. That was a quick $1,500 on a quick flip. Not bad. Sold it on 326, and I got the check. Looks like 320, a little smudgy, 324 or something, I don't know. I can't see. But anyway, a few days later, typically. Then on the 2014 here, I bought some in, let me see, 07 GSXR 600 for $5,300 on the 23rd. Looks like I held on it for about a week, and I flipped it for $6,750. So again, a nice little $1,300 profit. Not bad for, for a couple hours work. And this is something really a lot more current. This one here has a goofy amount because there is a payoff with it with the bank, and that's the advantage of having a system and knowing what to do, is you can actually buy stuff from people that have loans, and other people won't because they're afraid, because they won't get the title. But when you're set up right, you know how to get the title. So I paid $5,028 for this one, sold it for $7,085, and I made $2,000, and that was a pretty quick flip. So I mean, you could just see here that it's not rocket science, guys. You just have to know where to go with this stuff. And I share this with you to be encouraged, because I'm not any different than anybody else. I just found stuff that sold, and here's some of my, past buys here. This is my dealership. This was, ATVs I bought with this system, and the street bikes and cruisers. And I bought all of those using the same techniques that I share with you here today in this system. Okay. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. But the question you got to ask yourself is, you're here for a reason, today, is what is it costing you not to take action? Okay. Where are you going to be in the future? Like I asked you earlier, what would it feel like to start living your dream? Or you just going to continue to sit where you're sitting, stuck in debt and with no real way out? Or maybe working a job that you hate, that you show up every day dreading, knowing that you never have a way to get out of jail, that there's no strategy for retirement to retire early, that you're just going to, stick around and hope that, you when one of these companies just doesn't fold, that like all the rest of it are just folding these days and slashing people left and right, and have no backup plan. Okay, that's the thing. Are you just going to sit on your hands, guys? And, it's just costing you thousands per month not to take action, or even a future, or put, food or bread on the table for your family. What's it costing you not to make a move and start doing something you're passionate and that you love about? You got no plan, like I said, to get out of debt, and you're not being able to step up and step out and live the life that you've always dreamed of. That's what it's costing you, guys. So I got to ask you, when was the last time that you earned $500 to $1,500 in 3 hours? That's a pretty valid question. There's not many places that you can do that. Okay? So why does selling motorcycles work so well, even if you're doing it part-time or you're struggling? Okay, guys? You can start small and you can build it up big. You don't have to go crazy. You could do 1 bike a month, 2 bikes a month, 3 bikes a month. I mean, 1 bike a month is a piece of cake. It's totally customizable to your schedule and how busy you are. And you can do it on the weekends. It doesn't have to get the way of your job. I mean, you don't have to go out of your way of your job to make this happen. I mean, you can do it on the weekends. It works just about in any market, and it can be done with grassroots system. You don't need to be some tech savvy, guy that has some degree or some computer algorithm or whatever it is. I mean, there's plenty of grassroots techniques that you can do to make big money that work. And if you've never done it before, it's totally up your alley. Again, you just got to know what to buy and where to place it. So just want to share this with you. This is Eldon. This is one of my students. Yeah, he got started with me. He opens a vapor shop. He wanted to just, start making some extra income doing something that he loved. So he got started with me. On his first flip, he made over $2,500. He since then went start Riverside HD Customs, and then he's even went on to make over $4,000 on one deal. Now that doesn't happen every day, but I tell you what, if you're out there swinging, if you're out there fishing enough, guys, you're going to get yourself a big fish. And that's exactly what this business is you can get some big fish out there. They're definitely out there, big deals. That there's really 9 steps to become a successful motorcycle broker. Okay. 1, you got to choose the correct way to sell. 2 is setting yourself up for buying success. 3, how to set up buyers. 4, what is a motorcycle really worth? 5, where to find motorcycles. 6, where to sell motorcycles. 7, how to make money quickly. 8, how to find great deals. And 9 is paperwork. Okay? So I don't know why you showed up here today. Maybe it's because you love motorcycles, you've thought about doing this before, and you never had a real clear path on how to get started to it. Maybe you were like me, that you were just broke, busted, disgusted. You're just so sick and tired of being burnt out, and you need something new that's going to breathe some life into your life. Maybe that's why you're here. Or maybe you just actually want to make money doing something that you love and that you're really passionate about. Okay? Or maybe you're just at the end of the rope, like I said, it's time to do something different, okay? And if that's you, it's time for you to grab a grip full of throttle and turn your passion into a thriving business with a step-by-step system that takes all the guesswork out of buying and selling motorcycles, putting you on a proven path to being a profitable, repeatable, and scalable way to making big profits. It's your time to ride, guys. It's time to really unleash yourself, get the key, unlock the gate, and set yourself to freedom, okay? And please remember, nothing that I've shared with you today is theory or that it might work or, I read this book and I went on the internet and found it, okay? This stuff I live and I breathe every day, as you can see from the proof of my checks and on Facebook and all the things that I do. These are the exact strategies I've used to buy and sell motorcycles for the last 20 years. And the same blueprint has been used by my students to make over $4,000 on one deal. I've cracked the code on buying and selling motorcycles. It's changed my life and business. I know I can find countless deals anytime doing something that I love. Having a car like this to play is incredibly powerful, guys. It's a very much replicatable system, and as you can proven by my students. Okay? So the key to being a motorcycle broker is all about cracking the code. 1, you can do it yourself and bang your head against the wall and go into $30,000 of debt like me. Or 2, you can get the code and unlock the buying secrets to success. Because it's all about modeling, guys. Somebody once told me it's okay to be a copycat if you copy the right cat. So you can be broke, busted, disgusted like I was in the beginning and get your way finally out. Maybe if you're lucky, or you can just get on board with the guy that's doing it right, learn how to do it from the beginning, hit the ground running, and start making money from the get-go. So I want to ask you right here, right now, do you want to know how to make an additional $500 to $4,000 a month flipping motorcycles? If that is you, then I want to present to you the Motorcycle Broker Academy. Okay? So what is the Motorcycle Broker Academy? It's my proven step-by-step blueprint for buying and selling motorcycles for big profits, building a network of buyers, sellers, leads, and ensuring you never make a mistake when buying a motorcycle. It's simply the easiest and fastest way to start living your dream. By the time you complete the training, you'll have a full network of people that will be lined up to buy motorcycles from you. You'll never be guessing if you're going to make money on something ever again, guys. You'll be set up that when you buy, it's already sold and you're rocking and rolling. That's the key to the system. This is just one of my other students, Brent. He got started with me and he wanted to make some extra money. He was sick and tired of the stock market, losing money in his 401ks. He got started with me on his first flip, made over $400. He since then went on to crush. He's well past 10 bikes now. He's went on to crush that. And he's simply saying that, look, Chad's system is proven. It's currently giving me a better return on my investments than the stock market, IRAs, and 401ks accounts. I would highly recommend the Academy to anyone looking for a simple way to earn extra money on the side or start a full-time career. I share this with you guys because he wasn't any different than you or me. He was passionate about bikes, wanted to get started, and he hit the ground running, and he's rocking and rolling. So here's the thing, though, guys. The Motorcycle Broker Academy is not for everybody. It is different. I got to tell you that. I am not looking to work with just anybody. Okay? I'm looking for people that are passionate, that want to change their life, that are serious about making a difference in their life, that it's time to step up and step out and start living their dream. People that need a real plan for retirement, college savings, or simply just sick and tired of working for the man and want to return passion into your life. Or you're looking for a fail safe in case maybe you get laid off or your job, whatever it might be. But I'm looking for serious people that want to change their lives, that have a real plan for success. So who is this for? People are self-motivated. Okay? People are sick and tired of building somebody else's dream, or if you need extra income to start living your dreams, then this is definitely for you. If you love motorcycles and just want to make a lot of money selling something everyone wants, then this is definitely for you. And if you're ready to take control of your destiny, then this is definitely for you. All right? Who this is not for? People who aren't self-motivated. Okay? If you don't feel comfortable to talking to people, then this is not for you. You have to make deals with people. And people that are if you're comfortable putting your future in somebody else's hand and standing in the same line that leads to unemployment, then this is definitely not for you. Okay? If you want to put your future in somebody else's hands. All right? It's definitely not for you if you don't have any money to work with. Like I said before, nobody's going to build your dream for you. So you have to have a way to get access to money, whether it's a credit line, a loan, whatever it might be, but you got to have a way to buy your motorcycles. If you're not ready to take control of your destiny, this is definitely not for you. And if you think it's some good, rich, quick scheme, again, this is not for you. It's just a steady, strategic plan to start chipping away and making money to build towards your future and your dreams. So here's how it works. If you're serious about taking control of your life and financial situation, and you're truly ready to turn your passion into a thriving business, what I have done is I have set aside some time to speak to you personally, to talk about how you can apply the system to change and transform your life. We will sit down, we'll talk together, and you can ask me any questions that you want, and we'll talk about how this can apply to your life and change and transform it. So on this call, you're going to get complete clarity on what you need to do to start earning an additional $2,000 to $5,000 a month brokering motorcycles. Then if you want me to help you and you think it's a good fit, I might invite you to become one of my exclusive students, okay? If we work together, you'll be put through the same system that Eldon and the other successful students have been through. It is designed to help you get making money fast in the right market in about 6 to 10 hours per week using laser focus techniques. I fully expect you to be getting results fast, all right? So if that is you, what I want you to do is just like what I'm doing here, take the cursor, and below this video, if you take your cursor and you hover down below it, then this button is going to pop up. Okay? You click on that and you fill out the form. And it's just a questionnaire that asks, that I use to let me know a little bit more about you and your situation and how I might be able to help you out better. And once you fill that out, then I will review the application and I will send you a link to my schedule and where we can set up that strategy session. So again, just hover down here at the bottom, fill out that form, and I look forward to talking to you on this one-on-one strategy session where I can answer any of your questions and we can put a plan together to start living your dream. I want to thank you for your time, and I look forward to working with you.